Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of this week's episode of Okami Shoujo. Okay, so this week's episode, goddamn, that fucking kissing scene at the end of the episode, I did not expect that at all. I mean, I knew it was gonna happen eventually, but I did not expect it so soon in just in episode 7. But yeah, by the way, it's episode 7. I did not expect it in episode 7. I expected it maybe like towards the very end of the series, if not the final episode, but no, there was actually a kissing scene at the end of this episode. First, and there was actually two. First, it was Kyoya kissing Erika, and then after that, Erika kissed Kyoya. So, yeah, and Kyoya basically admitted that he was in love with Erika. Not completely, like he didn't flat out say, "I'm in love with you, Erika," or anything like that. But he basically insinuated it. So we can all... I mean, we all kind of knew. We all as viewers kind of knew before that he was in love with her. But I think Eric is kind of cluing into it now that he kind of is in love with her. Okay, and I do feel, even though I hope they do end up together in the end, which obviously they will, I can't help but kind of feel bad for Shinohara because he really deserved better than that. And I'm not dissing Erika for this, right? Because Erika was really respectful and really gentle when she broke up with him. Okay. She really was. She wasn't like a bitch or anything. I really don't think that Erika has that ability. If she did, then she would not have ended up in this situation of being Kyoya's dog in the first place. Okay, and even her friend in this episode, San, says what we were all thinking all along. It was her fault to begin with. Finally, a character in this series says it. Aside from Kyoya always insinuating it, finally her best friend actually says it. Seriously, sheesh. And the scenes in this episode when we saw Erika and Shinohara going on a date was actually really cool. I think they would have worked well together. I really do, and I feel really bad for Shinohara. That being said, he did say that he learned from her, and he kind of got more self-confidence, I'm guessing, so he might be able to find another girlfriend in the future. So that's actually really good. Her dating him actually did help, despite how short-lived that it was, actually did seem to help him out a little bit. So that was actually really cool. Okay, so overall, I thought this was a really good episode of Okami Shoujo. That kissing scene at the end was so good. Now, if you are the type of person that watches the series solely for the comedy, there's not much comedy here. There's some, but not all that much. Just a tiny bit in this episode. So if that's why you watch the series, you'll probably be majorly disappointed by this episode, okay? That being said, the comedy in the series is amazing when they do have a lot of it, and I still think it's the comedy of the year, okay? Quite honestly. Not romance of the year. That is still Kawaii So for me. But comedy of the year, definitely, okay? But if you're looking for comedy in the series, this episode has just a tiny bit of it. So you might be a little bit disappointed in that. But I'm not going to bash on the episode for that because I watched this series for both the comedy and the romance and the drama. And the romance and the drama in this episode was really good, leading up to both of those two kissing scenes at the very end, okay? Oh my god. So yeah, but anyways, if you've yet to see this week's episode of Okami Shoujo, then I definitely recommend that you do. It was a very good episode, once again, okay? The only thing I really think that wasn't the greatest about was the animation, like always. But the animation, I think, was actually better in this episode than it has been in the entire series so far, especially in the dramatic scenes. Alright, so that's worth mentioning as well. I cannot wait for next week's episode either, by the way. Very good episode, okay? I really enjoyed it. So anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. See you after, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.